Today, let's finish our talk on the Ford 999. Now, the year is about 1902, and Ford had spent about $5,000 developing both the 999 and the Aero. Now, to put that into perspective, in today's money, that would have been close to about $156,000. Now, rumor was getting around that these two cars were absolute beasts, and it ended up catching the attention of the Dodge brothers, which honestly couldn't have been better timing, given the fact that Ford was completely a toxic asset when it came to investors, after his less than voluntary exit from what is now Cadillac. Now, the Dodge brothers had made a fair amount of money making parts for Oldsmobile. They had some money to burn, and they thought, hey, let's take a chance on this guy named Ford. Now, Ford was pretty much burned out. He was in the process of getting this company up and running, and he really didn't have a lot of time to deal with the 999 and the Aero anymore. So he left the racing to his partner, Tom Cooper, and his driver, Barney Oldfield. In one of the official first races, the 999 just wouldn't start, and Ford was not having it. He was under an enormous amount of pressure, and he was just flipping his lid. Tom and Barney decided that it was an excellent opportunity to possibly ask Ford if he'd be interested in selling the two cars. Ford, not having the kind of time that he wanted to devote to them, decided, yes, I'm going to sell you both cars for the sum of $800, but the one thing that I do request is that my name is attached to both cars, and I have final say on how the cars are going to be seen in the public eye, meaning I take control of all of the advertising for the vehicles from this point on. And the deal was struck. Now, Barney Oldfield didn't have any experience as a race car driver. He would learn everything on the 999. This would be the equivalent of somebody who has only ridden a bicycle all their life, getting their first car, and it's a Formula One race car. So, that's fun. But surprisingly enough, Oldfield was actually a pretty decent driver. So the 999 actually launched its racing career in October of 1902 at what was called the Manufacturers Challenge Cup. This particular race had been dominated by a competitor of Ford's named Wenton. A lot of Ford's frustration with the car when the car didn't start was based on the fact that he had wanted to get to this particular race to blow Wenton out of the water. So all of the pressure was on Oldfield, who also still didn't quite know how to drive. Despite heavy opposition by Wenton during the race, he was absolutely no match for the 999. Even with Oldfield not having the experience, the car literally just flew him to the finish line, thus cementing the foundation for the 999's future history. Should I do a part 3?